Hey, Kingdom family, come to the living room. I'm glad that you're here with me. Today, for the Three Crowns Convo, we will be speaking about how people cannot stand a real person that speak real shit. They prefer to deal with somebody that speak all that fake shit that makes them more comfortable. And so the scripture we'll be reading today is coming out of John 15:18 through 19, out the NIV, and it states, if the world hates you, keep in mind that they hated me first. If you belong to the world, it will love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, though. But I have chosen you out of the world. That's why the world hates you. And so, kings and queens, I want you to understand that it is a blessing if you meet a whole bunch of people that cannot stand your realness, okay? I want you to understand that. Like God said, they hated him first, okay? So let's rejoice on that alone. And the thing about it is, I much personally prefer for people to not like me because I speak real shit than to actually like me because I speak fake shit. All right, kings and queens, it's never gonna happen. With me personally, I chose, my personality is, I am not about to sit up here and be fake with nobody. I'm not about to put on a facade for nobody. I'm not about to wear no mask for nobody. You're going to have to accept me for who I am. And if you got a problem with that, then that means you got a personal problem, okay? Because it don't affect me on no level. I don't care if nobody likes me. And if people do like me, that means that they are real because I speak real shit, and it's always going to be that way. It's never going to change. But kings and queens, I want you to understand that sometimes real talk actually will make somebody feel uncomfortable. Now, you think me being a real person, my goal is to make people feel uncomfortable? No, never. I would never want anybody to feel uncomfortable. But we're not going to take responsibility for people feeling uncomfortable, because what it actually is it exposes some things that reminds them of some areas that they need to work on. And so I'm gonna always speak real and unapologetically too. I'm not about to ever apologize for speaking some real shit, okay? It's like the moment you start speaking truth, not out of arrogance, but out of awareness, suddenly you're doing too much, or you making me, angry about something, or you acting different. And it's like, no, these are areas that you may need to look at. So I'm not about to sit up here and make you feel comfortable by saying some shit that's not true. I'm not going to do that. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Especially with fake people. Fake people, it's just like, they really be feeling upset when you speak some real shit. It's like, bitch, get real then. It's like, ain't nobody about to sit up here and spare your feelings because you fake as fuck. Nobody's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, your honesty just exposes their hypocrisy. Or if they're a liar, your honesty will expose their lie. Or your piece of being your authentic self will expose their chaos. It's like, or your realness will expose areas that they need to heal because they're wounded. The list goes on. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you being real with yourself because you have grown, basically your realness exposes where they're still stagnant, where they don't want to move in their own life, and it just makes them upset. And it's like, bitch, you don't have to be upset. You can actually just grow yourself. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Growth is available for everybody. It doesn't just stop with one person. But because you don't want to do the work, now all of a sudden, my realness is bothering you. It's like, get the hell out of here with that shit. And it's not that, you know what I'm saying, the people actually really hate you. It's the fact that they admire that you are willing to grow. You know what I'm saying? But they'll never tell you that. It's like they admire you because you're genuine. You know what I'm saying? They want that personality. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, actually adopt that personality. Don't sit up here and, you know what I'm saying, try to be mad at somebody else because they're real and you're fake. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these fake people, they like to actually, become another person. That's another thing that we're seeing nowadays. And instead of being themselves and trying to figure out what their personality is, they want to actually be your personality. personality, because they notice that by you being your real true self, what happens is people actually gravitate to realness. You know what I'm saying? And they really don't want to gravitate to fakeness. So once these people you are not getting the attention that they're actually looking for, they'll take on somebody's personality that's real because they want to look like they're real. You know what I'm saying, kings and queens? And it's just a crazy cycle that fake people go through. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to understand that Jesus had to deal with something similar. He was rejected because he was not willing to do wrong. He wasn't willing to say wrong. He wasn't actually following the crowd. He wasn't going to actually sit up here and, allow things to happen. Actually, what happened was he became a leader. And so because he became the leader and started calling out things, what happened was people started to hate him. And it was like he didn't stop, telling the truth. He kept telling the truth, and he kept on showing the evidence with the truth. And so people was just mad and jealous of him because he kept it real. You know what I'm saying? And so I want you to understand, if you choose to be a real person, you need to understand that it makes people feel uncomfortable. And with that being said, oh, the fuck well. Let them be uncomfortable. They need to come to your level. They need to be authentic. They need to be real. They need to speak the truth. It's like nothing is ever going to be wrong with being real, being authentic, and telling the truth. All right? That means you're a winner, okay? Anything other than that is a loser mentality. Anybody that has a problem with that, they're a loser themselves, okay, kings and queens? I want you to understand that, because if Jesus won by telling the truth, that means you're a winner by telling the truth as well. All right? I don't want you guys to actually damn yourself trying to fit and try to coddle other people or make them feel comfortable. And I don't want you to ever not speak the truth. I want you to keep your integrity intact. All right? Because what you'll see is fake people will gravitate to other fake people to talk about your truth. Ain't that funny? Fake people will gravitate to other fake people to talk about your truth, all right? And so what they'll try to do is they'll try to assassinate your character. They'll try to make up stories about you. They'll try to actually taint your name and taint your truth, but it cannot be tainted, because the truth is always going to be the truth, and everything else is going to be a lie. And especially if you have God, God is always going to be the truth, and everybody else is a lie. All right? So I just want you to know that, kings and queens, you're always going to stand above the rest, because you're telling the truth. Energetically, you're going to always be higher than the people that's telling a lie energetically. All right? The truth is always going to withstand a lie. I want you to understand that as well. All right? And so when everybody gets through, continuing to be fake is never going to get you anywhere. You're always going to be less than when you be fake. You're going to be more than when you're being real. Okay, kings and queens, I want you to understand that. And so if people hate you, that's a blessing as well. If people hate you for being real, the blessing behind that is they don't want to be around you, all right? And you don't want a whole bunch of fake-ass people around you anyway. Do you understand how peaceful you'll be without all the fake-ass people around you? That shit is peaceful. You be happy. You be joyful. You ain't got to look at a whole bunch of fake-ass people that don't got nothing but fake shit falling out their mouth or have they fake-ass attitudes around you, acting like they like you and they really don't. You don't have to be around none of that. That's the best life ever. You win. You win in that situation. It's a blessing. This is a blessing. All right? If people hate you because they jealous of you or they envious of you, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, because they can't hide their hate. They can't hide their jealousy, and they can't hide their envy. Okay? Because they got issues that they need to deal with that they don't want to address. So it's a blessing that people show you that about themselves. Because what you can do is you can choose you, and you can remove yourself away from these fake ass people. It's a win-win, win-win-win situation, especially if you have God. God will expose all of that for you. He'll expose it through your discernment. He'll expose it in other ways. He'll expose by the way they talk to you, the way they treat you, the way they move around you. He will expose it. So it's a win-win win-win situation, kings and queens, and I absolutely love and adore it, okay? So always keep it real. Always keep it real, because you will see who's with you and who is not with you, all right? I love you so much. I'll talk to you soon.